For crying out loud. Hello, Nycos is ablaze. There is so much going on. I've got a lot to tell you and not a lot of time. Make sure you check out not only this video, but all my others to get information on what's going on. There are some Easter eggs for you as players and information for you as non-players to become part of the NycosRPG mechanism going forward. So watch for all of those. Check out my other videos. All right, it's Nycos Newsday, and I have a lot to talk about. I've started this video 3 times. Once almost completely doing the episode and missing out completely on one piece of the story that is critically important. So we're going to be going back through all the pieces of the story piece by piece tonight. So let's get started with our group that plays on Saturdays, the Tale of the Arcan Eye. I have to tell you that there is grave news from this group because we still have heard nothing from them. This is the 4th week of their disappearance. They have not yet made any contact, and so it is feared that their vessel has been lost in the black. The vessel sailed out of Selk 4 weeks ago, and there has been no contact whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it's been 4 weeks since the last contact with them, and that actually has been almost 6 weeks since their initial departure. So we have no knowledge of where they are right now, and so that is concerning. So just be assured that they must still be around because we are still tracking them in terms of NycosRPG, and they are formally still an active group, so we just simply are not getting access to what is going on in that group. They are the ones who are playing Saturday at 9 a.m. And so if you want to know more, you can join our Patreon program at patreon.com/Nycos. And by doing so, make yourself eligible to be a part of that games group. All right, the next group are Heralds of the Change, and they have made their trek to the city of Nyx. They made it in time for their meeting with the Empress, and while she did have an entourage with her that of whom they were unfamiliar, nonetheless they went ahead with their conference and made her aware of the activities of the mortals and the development of the Imperator's forces that are planning on marching on Nyx, or at least moving in the direction of Nyx in the near future. The Empress, for some reason, seemed to soft pedal this, poo-poo it, and ask the group to simply stop pursuing it. But our dear Stormcrow, as advocate and the champion of the Spires, actively took a rebellious position and, raising his bow to the sky, challenged the Eldrin population to support him in opposition to the activities of the Imperator and his minions. The situation threw the city into tumult and chaos, and our reporters have not been able to gain any additional information about what's going on within the city-state at this point. It is known that the city of Nyx has a history of isolationism and distrust of others, and so there may be reasons why they are reticent to get involved in the affairs of the other nations. But this move by Stormcrow has really riled up not only the locals, but rogue groups across all of the nations. So more information on this as it becomes available will be shared with you. Next, we need to talk about the group, which I operate on Monday evenings at Board Games Paradise, and these are the Strangers in a Strange Land. And this group has fortunately regrouped and been able to return to the city of Elsadar. And as they originally arrived in Elsadar, they began the process of building the actual powered armor mechanisms that had been planned and designed by Bowden with support of the now, alas, missing Asado. Little is known of Asado's departure, save that it led to a change of heart within Bowden, and Bowden's renewed support for the group has really invigorated them. They did complete the power armor within a short period of time, and in the process expanded the effectiveness of the group overall as well. Within a short period after that, it is rumored that the group made its way from El Sadar to a city unknown, and that they are now operating a covert operation somewhere to the west. No, correction, to the east of El Sadar, although little is known about this action. Once more information, of course, becomes available, we will share it. Final group I want to talk about is our Tuesday group, and it is with a heavy heart I have to address the possibility that they too may have succumbed to the seemingly irrational passion for traveling over the Blackwater, as they have now been for nearly 2 weeks lost at sea, and it is not known whether any of them have survived. It is known that there were several considerable storms seen forming and developing over the Blackwaters, but they apparently did not reach land as of yet. The challenging difficulty in reporting about the crew of the Skyffborne is that these individuals apparently were seen leaving Salafort the day after the Heralds of the Change actually passed through the area, and while not communicating with any of the locals, they apparently made a direct course for the coastline and passed over the village of Cottingham, a fishing village on the shores of the Blackwater just north of Salafort. The real challenge is that as they passed over, they did cross at a very opportune time, if you will, for being of assistance to the locals, as it appears that the village of Cottingham had been attacked by raiders sometime in the night prior. And yet, though, the eyewitnesses who were in Cottingham at the time claimed that the Skyffborne vessel, now with a, well, no, they didn't have the name of the vessel at the time, passed over the village at high elevation, unable to be hindered or interact with the surface via archery of any fashion, and simply did not provide aid, although it was clear, according to reporters that were on the scene, that the vessel did pass over the damaged and somewhat bedraggled coastal village and provided no aid nor support even as they passed over. So there are rumors, therefore, that it's possible that the Skyffborne's crew may actually have been overtaken by nefarious forces and forced to fly out into the black. As we find more information, of course, we will share it, but the reality is that the world of Nycos is in flames, as has been mentioned before. The burning of the Primus holds in the area of the Silverblade Mountains continues unabated, and the individual location of the city of the Eldrin in the west, it continues to burn as well. So as we learn more information, we will share it with you. This is Jonathan Albin with the Gnome News Network's Nycos News Nightly, and we will hope to see you in our next broadcast. Do recall that we broadcast episodes Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 11 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. So While this has been an exciting broadcast, there's so much more to talk about that I anticipate we'll have a great time talking tomorrow. This is Jonathan Albin, NycosRPG. Hope to see you again soon.